Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for The Prodigy. So The Prodigy is a horror movie that follows the story of a little boy who is being possessed by a spirit, but his family doesn't know that. He was born on the same night that an older man had died, and it's about the family as they try to figure out what's going on with their kid, when they try to get some help for him, and everything around that. So basically it's just your normal possession movie. It's got a creepy kid, it's got a demon that's possessing people, it's just your average possession movie. So the thing about The Prodigy is that I actually liked the trailers. A lot of people didn't, but I was honestly kind of excited for this movie because I thought that the trailers looked pretty good. They were very simplistic, and they were memorable was the thing. So many trailers are just the very basic generic way that trailers go, which is showing events as they build up, kind of having a turn where at one point you think it's a certain movie and then there's a turn and it's something else, and the quick edits. But what I liked about the Prodigy trailer was that it was just like two scenes, and the two scenes kind of interwove and stuff, and I thought that it was a well done trailer. So because of that, I was looking forward to this movie, and unfortunately it wasn't great. The Prodigy is better than a lot of possession horror movies that come out in the early parts of the year, but I still don't think it was great. This movie was alright. I think that the best thing about it was the kid actor in it. I thought that he did a pretty good job for being a kid actor. Usually they can be pretty bad, and I thought at points he could be pretty bad, but when he was acting like the older man, he was terrific. And the rest of the actors do pretty well too. I think that the mother is pretty good. The father in it isn't as good. And there's some there's like a psychological guy in it, it's hard to describe his role, but he doesn't do a very good job too. He's very breathy, he's very paranoid, but he's kind of overacting it. It's really the son and the mom that do the best job acting, and there are a few other ensemble members that come in and out that are pretty good. And the story isn't that bad for a possession movie. I just think that it was cliche, and that comes to my big problem with this movie. You've seen it before, a million times. It is absolutely everything that every other possession movie ever has already been. And because of that, it felt very unoriginal, and honestly, it felt very, very boring. I got very tired of this movie. I was ready for it to be over probably 30 minutes in because I knew the way that the plot was going. I knew the way that the characters were going to turn out. All of it was really obvious to me, so there were no surprises, there were no shocks. It was just your very, very basic possession horror movie. And that will work for some because they aren't going into this expecting any originality or creativity. And honestly, it's not like it's not an entertaining movie. There are entertaining moments in it. I just think that it kind of lacked in terms of anything new to keep me awake, basically. Nothing in this movie was particularly eye-opening. Nothing really inspired any need to see it. There was just nothing going on with it, and I think that it could, if it was handled, a director like this, if he was given a better script, he could probably make something pretty good, because a lot of the directorial choices in here are pretty good, and I think that he makes a competent movie. I just think that it was too cliched for its own good. I will give The Prodigy a 5.5 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for The Prodigy. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what is your favorite possession movie? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.